Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of the Gaming Journals podcast. We've got Tom back this week. However, the little one, Coleman, is missing. He hit a pothole on the way here. Haha, sucks to be him. But we're in person this week, and we got Nintendo Direct starting our week off with it coming out yesterday, showcasing kind of a few new games, some basically DLC courses that are coming to Mario Kart. They're sticking with Mario Kart 8, not giving us Mario Kart 9 as of yet, maybe saving it for E3. But what were your guys' thoughts on Nintendo Direct?
Honestly, I love the idea of re-releasing the old maps.
Yeah.
The way they were, maybe, touched up with high def, tweaks here and there, but I love playing the old original N64 maps on Mario Kart.
I think it was like N64, the Choco Mountain, I think, was one of the courses that they're releasing. So
Yep.
I'm excited for that one.
I mean, I think it's a great idea of re-releasing maps. I think Mario Kart might get in the same problem as Call of Duty, where if they release every year, they're going to get in the habit of just releasing a game just to release it. But if you go back and just remaster some maps and really give yourself the time to really make a new game and make it special instead of just releasing it just to release it.
Rather than spending like $60 on a brand new Mario Kart that pretty much has recycled maps, give us new maps that you kind of fixed up, cleaned up from past, and make us pay like $25 for it.
Yeah, there's some games where you got to pay $60 for a DLC. You get a bunch of playtime out of it, but do you want to pay for more or less a whole other game for a game you already own, or it's like just release a new game at that point?
Yeah.
But I think when you just add on remastered maps, like you were saying, like all the N64 maps that they're talking about remaking, I think that's a great idea. And it's because that's at least with us three, that's what we all started out as playing. That and the SNES and stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much that's seemed to be like the trend for Nintendo Direct, because like they're taking Wii Sports, making it for the Switch. They're taking Mario Strikers, making it for the Switch. Kind of bringing what they're good at, what they've put out in the past, bringing it to the Switch now.
I remember when the Wii Golf used to be out. We used to play that when I was younger all the time.
Wii Golf was it.
That was so much fun. Wii Golf, Wii Bowling.
Wii Sports in general.
Yeah, let's say Wii Bowling, people could figure out, just live on the couch and do it. But Wii Golf, you almost Wii Golf, you always had to kind of stand up, but at least kind of go through the motions at least.
I used to be one of those couch people.
Yeah. I remember your first 300, you're like, okay, I got this.
I remember my mom, because she bowled, because I grew up in the 90s, we all did. My mom bowled. Like that was, and so she would get into it, she would hook her leg every time. It was great.
The game doesn't care, Mom.
Yeah,
I did that too.
I think we all did when we first played, because I remember way back when we all worked at Olive Garden. I played with this one prep cook, and he would always, every time we would play, he would hook his leg and get real into it, and he would cuss you out if you got a strike and he missed one or two. But it was, it's fun. It's, good fun. Like, anyone can do it, a 6-year-old and a 60-year-old.
Right.
That's the best part of those kind of games. It doesn't limit who can play it, because some games are very skill-based. I mean, to be honest, like if you don't play games, a lot of times anymore, a lot of games they make are for people who game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the thing with the Kinect. Back when Xbox had that, and the Wii Sports, is it makes the whole family be able to get involved, and it's so grandparents and grandkids can play together,
right?
Which is good about those kind of games. As much as we like to kind of poke fun at them, there is a good spot to them,
right? It has like a good meaning to them.
Yeah, but they are kind of hokey sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to reel it in a little bit.
So talk about all these games that are being brought back from the past, remastered for the Switch and everything, kind of makes you think of nostalgia games. What are some nostalgia games that we played that you would love to see bring back, or you just get lost in games you just love? You go back to and you just think about
The original GoldenEye for me.
Oh man.
N64 GoldenEye, perfect. Spot on. And every time you hear that,
30 seconds, we're good.
like you just said, every time you hear that opening music, it's
Is it the
where's this
jam
coming
level?
from? Yes, the jam level. Gotta just jump right back into it.
Oh.
And I would love if they did a straight remaster, as in graphic overhaul of the original. Don't change anything.
Did you play the one that they remade, like the GoldenEye that they remade?
Yeah.
I didn't touch it because like GoldenEye like holds such a special place to me. It's like I don't even want to like attempt to play this.
I think all gamers
They had-
of our generation, it holds a real special place. Anyone, speaking of GoldenEyes, anyone play the, hate to even say it, the bastardized GoldenEye Xbox game, where you legit held a GoldenEye that had like special abilities? You may have played it.
Okay. Rogue Agent.
Yes. Did you ever play
GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Yeah. Oh, this.
I'm sorry, just a quick sidebar about this terrible game that tried to be. I played 2 missions and I was like, no.
It had some
So,
decent ideas. Like it was the first dual wieldable GoldenEye
It was
game.
James
Okay.
Bond GoldenEye, but you legitimately had a golden eye.
You did. It had special abilities though, so it's not
Like
just
Degens from Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah, kind of.
You're now attuned, monster.
You had
All right. Yes.
you had a shield and some other abilities from that golden eye, but yeah, that was the whole gimmick behind it.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You played as the bad.
I have it. You have your Xbox
No.
handy?
No. Thank you. Even if I did, I'd throw the Xbox away.
I
before
bought
play
it
that.
just because I saw it and I was like, okay. Played it for 20 minutes. I was like, nope.
Surprise you last 20 minutes. Sounds
You know,
terrible.
try.
The game. We're talking about the game still.
Right. Right.
It's empty.
Like we said, degenerates.
Got a refill. It's fine.
Degenerates. What's a nostalgia game you go back to, Tom?
For me, ever since I got the Switch and got the online plan, it's been Mario 1, 2, and 3, but mostly Mario 2. I know it was because it got originally released, most people don't know, as a Japanese specific game. I can't remember the name exactly, but it wasn't originally branded as a Mario game. Then it got re-released as a Mario game, and I've always loved it because I grew up. My brother and sister, or my older brother and sister at least, are a couple years, about 9 and 10 years older than I am. So I grew up with the games they played. So I grew up with Mario 1, 2, and 3, and 2 just always was more fun to me because you had your choice of characters.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't locked into just Mario or Luigi. You could pick which ones you wanted to play, and different characters had different abilities.
Right.
And that was, I feel like, the first game.
Back then, that was like crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa, you can do that?
Exactly. Like, it's the first RPG. Like, you could
Yeah.
pick the character you wanted, and like Mario 1 was amazing for what it was. You could, be Mario, and it's not just a Donkey Kong game.
Yeah.
Mario 3 was, everyone knows Mario 3. You got the flying and the whistles, and it was just graphically very different.
Right.
But I mean, Mario 2, a lot of people either didn't play, or either they didn't play it, they hate it, or they love it. And
Yeah.
I love it.
I enjoyed it.
The concept of bringing in, like, being able to pick not just Mario, but like it's a Mario game, but you can be Luigi, you can be whoever
You
you
can be
want.
Luigi if you want the long jump. You can be Peach, has the little float jump. Toad. It's Toad.
The float jump.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody ever played to.
The debut of Birdo. Yeah, it was either Luigi or Peach. We all know that.
Yeah.
Mario and Toad were just there because
It was Degens, that's his name.
there were options. If you wanted to. Idiot. I mean, but other than that game, like another real nostalgia comfort game for me would always be Mario. Or sorry, not Mario, but Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh yeah.
And then they re-released it for Xbox One, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was Pro Skater 1 and 2, and that's. I mean, the fact that
they did it re-release,
did it
I
wrong.
get scared. Like I don't want to play it. It's like
That one was bad.
I enjoyed it. As someone who has nieces and nephews who are as old as I was when that game first came out, and they had just as much fun as I did playing it with me. And for me, it's just as easy to play. Like, I mean, yeah, when it's a game that we grew up with, we're always going to be like, well, it could have been this, could have been that. But
I think sharing it with someone that's younger, like at the age that you played it and enjoyed it the very first time, I think it's different. Whereas you're seeing the joy, you're like, oh wow, that's the same joy I had.
Well, that's how I am with Mortal Kombat. I've always been terrible at fighting games, but they're a game you can play with anybody.
Yeah, anyone can button mash.
Yeah, you can just press X. Just keep pressing X or pressing B or whatever button it is.
Finish it.
Yeah. Press
You'll get there
select
someday.
Press select to look at the thing and figure it out. All right, cool. There you go. Next. So, how about you? What are your comfort games?
I think like we're talking like the original like consoles. I think Star Fox, that was a really good one.
Yeah, let's say young Will, teenage Will, now Will.
I'll say like Star Fox. Definitely, I spent a lot of hours in
the SNES version.
Yeah,
very nice.
Mm-hmm. Monster Rancher, I think.
What was that? I don't think I ever played that. What was that?
So, the idea behind it is...
I see the giddiness. Let's hear it.
It's like, this is probably... I put more hours into this game than Pokemon growing up.
That's saying something.
It's saying a lot. But you start the game, you own a ranch, you're supposed to train up a monster, you grab another CD, you put the CD in and it reads it, and it pulls a monster from it. Exactly.
Was this a console game or a PC game?
PlayStation 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so you take the game
out, I never had a
put
PlayStation.
disc in, close it, scan it, read it. I don't know if it do it or not. Take it out, you put the game back in, and it gives you this monster.
Well, all right.
You train this monster, you play with it, you raise it, you take it to battles, and like eventually the game gets super dark. You make it to like day 437, I think it was, when your monster's like, oh, he's not feeling well. He never woke up from his sleep. It's like, that's the first video game to make me cry, because it's like,
little bitch.
Fuck you, I don't care. Make me cry. It's like, no, I get it. It's 437 days with this dude. He just decided not to wake up. Hey, wake up! Wake up!
Mom! Mommy! Wake up, You make him cry, you make him laugh. It's all right. It evens out.
Oh, it's a win-win. Yeah, but it was like, and then after, like, when he died, I tried to play it again and put another monster in, and I just couldn't.
Yeah.
And then that
kind of like the same.
It's not the same. No. It's like it was like a little green dinosaur kind of looking, like T-Rex, kind of looked like
a booger,
like a mix of like Trico and like a Velociraptor.
No.
He was cool. No. He won every battle. He was the champion. No. Then he got old. And he didn't wake up.
Shh. Go to sleep.
Pretty much.
Aw, Cap. Little fella. Go sleep.
But other nostalgia factors, speaking of GoldenEye, that was my first all-nighter. So I think every gamer remembers their first all-nighter, the game that they're playing, and then next thing you know, it's like their parents are waking up or they're coming to get them, and it's like, oh, that's the sun? Who did it go down? But yeah, GoldenEye, I was up till 6 a.m. playing it, and they're like, are you guys still awake? Yeah? Why? What day is it?
Huh? It's morning? What day is it, Papa?
For me, the two games that I did all-nighters for, one is Godzilla Destroy All, or No.
Was that Martians destroy all humans?
You won. That's a good one.
Destroy all humans. That's not it.
You're getting probed. Come here.
Yes, sir.
Let me up. All right, let's go. No, it was the first Godzilla monster, destroy all monsters for GameCube.
Easy, Cap. Easy, buddy. Deep breath.
It's a reset button. It works every time. Damn it.
Destroy all monsters.
So destroy all monsters, and then the original Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, man.
I stayed up all day, all night, played it all, finished everything. Was like, it's Tuesday. Shit, I got things to do.
All right, so I'm sorry, I just had a couple thoughts right in mind. So my first couple all-nighter games, there's a couple different times. Like when I was first, I had a church lock-in once, and we played NBA Jam. My first time ever playing PlayStation games, and I was.
You have to explain what a lock-in is to some people.
So a lock-in, boys and girls, is Coleman.
Boys, girls, cats, and squirrels.
Is when usually a youth group, and they kind of lock you into either a YMCA, or if you're with a church group, you're like rec hall, and you either get sleeping bags, you stay up all night and play video games, snacks and what have you. Anyway,
Animal crackers.
Delicious.
Yeah, I love animal crackers, man.
So the first game I really played there was NBA Jam, and I never played it before, so I was hooked with the just cheese factor that is that type of game.
Yeah.
Love NBA Jam.
And then when I was younger, like getting home from school with my brothers and sisters, we would play Super Smash Bros. It was a great family game. We'd stay up for hours playing that. And then for wrestling nerds like myself, WCW Mayhem.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was
a good one.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
Raw versus SmackDown 2004, I think, has been my favorite.
That was a fun one. I think and then current wise, we're gonna talk about wrestling games. Was probably the later teens was I thought were really fun.
2K17. I think
Yeah,
we played
they
the
had-
most.
Yeah, it's 1917. They had CM Punk and Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
Scott Hall and Hogan, all them were on the roster. It was great. And then they released everyone, and now there's like 5 people on the roster. It's fine. AEW games should be fun though.
Oh yes, that's the thing.
Anyway, we'll get there.
Yeah,
Next.
right. I think another like all-nighter like RuneScape, like my first all-nighter PC
I don't know if
game.
I've ever played RuneScape.
I still have friends that play that right now. Actually, I'm pretty sure
Is it Will?
he's on right now playing RuneScape.
No.
I still play it. I love it. It's just
So what kind of game is it? I've legit never played it.
MMORPG. Is that the best way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
Pretty
All right,
much.
Doc.
You're
What does
just
that mean in English?
Massive.
massive multiplayer online role-playing game.
Okay.
So you create your hero. You go through the tutorial, and then you can learn like
Oh,
cooking, wood chopping, smelting, crafting,
that sounds like a lot.
defense. I mean, it's only with your mouse. You just click on everything. It's just clicking. It is a lot.
It's a very grindy
Yeah.
training type game.
As
Like my very
the
first grindy
casual
game, I think
gaming
about
audience of the channel, I am. I'm already out.
Yeah, it's not up your alley.
Have you ever played like a grinding?
You let me
style
know. Yeah, kinda. And then I immediately quit playing that game.
Well, please explain. Which game was this?
game?
I tried to play Fallout 3, which everyone loved. I freaking hated it.
Yeah. Really?
I was like, this game is boring. It's over and over again.
Not even
Fighting this thing, going to this desolate town, talking to this.
Wait, you followed the mission?
That's actually
That's your
first
problem.
Well,
It's an open world game. You do the missions until they're like, here's the world. Bye.
Yeah. You say, you know what? What's that over there?
Playing Dying Light 2. I've completed very minimal story. I've played so much, I just want the drop kick. That's what I've done.
Like,
I've done the you know.
well, Skyrim. I've tried playing that game. Could not be bothered.
I've put so many hours into Skyrim, and I had to look up what the ending was because I've never gotten to the ending because I get lost. I get so lost in open world games.
I love games like that, kind of, because I love Assassin's Creed games because they're open world,
Yes.
but they're very directed. And Batman games, they're open world.
I would say
But very
some of them are
directed.
like 1, 2,
Well, the newer ones,
3 are directed.
the latter ones are very
I'd say
directed.
once you
Like,
get, like-
Odyssey's very directed. Here's that, like, the Greek one.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, hey,
You would say
here's the
it's directed?
story. Yeah, I was like, hey, here's the dude. There's a lot of missions, but they're all very poised towards the mission at hand. It's not just doing it to do it. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, or especially Valhalla. You guys have both played that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you're doing this to enhance the village. It may not be to enhance the story, but you're doing it to enhance. There's a reason you're doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you're not just,
Directive, yes.
you're not just
Yeah,
doing it to
That makes
do it.
that makes more sense.
I was like, Valhalla is incredibly open world.
So
I was confused. It was right
How
now.
right? Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
So directive as in there's a purpose for what
Yes.
you're doing.
Yes.
And that's
And
my.
you didn't feel that with Fallout?
I
can-
just
I
I
can agree
didn't.
with that to a certain extent. There are some missions in Fallout where
But again, I'm
it doesn't
compared
do
to you guys. I am a very casual gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have fun gaming, but it's.
Now Fallout 3, was that the one? Fallout 4 was one that
You must really
introduced
like it.
civilizations, right?
One more time.
Fallout 4 is when they introduced the civilizations and could grow up.
Yes.
Did you ever play Fallout 4 then?
No.
Would be my question. Okay.
Because that would have been a little different.
So Fallout 4 would have been more your style if you want more of a directive.
Okay.
Whereas Fallout 3 was incredibly open world,
I'll see
much
if
like
it's on the
Skyrim.
game. I'll see if it's on the Game Pass.
It is.
I'll check it out. Okay then.
But
Yeah, I'll
Fallout 4
download
is
that.
definitely
I'll give it a shot.
your way because you have your village that you grow up and like you have to go out and like open up radio towers and like communicate with people, build defenses.
So it's a Far Cry game.
No, you
Call
don't have to
climb
climb
radio towers.
You don't have to climb the radio tower. You just connect them
It's a Far Cry
to your
3.
base. Yeah. You can also have multiple bases
Okay.
Yeah.
that you
I
can
I
build
still
and
have
design
Mortal
however you
Shell.
want.
I have downloaded. I want to play.
What was that?
Mortal Shell. I have that. I still haven't played that. I have it downloaded. I really want to try that out. Have you seen that game?
Mm-mm.
Have you seen that game?
That's a little Souls-like almost.
Yeah, I've seen.
I haven't
There's a channel
dived
Rage
into one
Select that's also on YouTube, and then he did a playthrough with it with one of his friends, and I enjoyed their playthrough of it. It's you're a soul who has like a very weak body, like you're
Mhm.
0 on everything, but you find different armors, and that's your shell. It's a mortal shell.
Okay.
And there's different types of armors, gives you different, like, so there's heavy, light, medium, and then there's different weapons. You have to, when you find the weapon, you have to defeat this larger golem type creature
Yeah.
in order to have access to the weapon.
Okay, so very soul style then.
Yes.
Sounds like.
I haven't
Okay.
played Souls, but yeah,
Okay.
it sounds like it. Yeah.
I'd say the one game I've downloaded I started playing is Borderlands. From
I
your
tried
recommendation.
playing Borderlands before too, and I just couldn't get into that one either.
What?
Which one?
The first one.
Oh my. I love the
see,
first one.
the first one is
I like
hit or
the-
miss for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because it's
And I was even hanging with a girl I kind of had an interest in, and I still couldn't get into it. And it was she trying to get me into it. I was like, "This is great." Wish I could play Goldeneye right now. Get some Zelda going or something.
if you don't know what you're doing on the first one, because each character is specifically leaned towards one type of play style,
Yeah.
that is the issue.
I say
Where 2 and on, it's like you can choose this character, which this character has special abilities, but it doesn't impact your play style
Okay. Is it
as much as the first.
now? I guess my
Really?
next question would be: is it similar to Bioshock? Because that's another game I know a lot of people love, and I tried to play because I downloaded like the pack, and I couldn't get into it. I know.
No, you're fine. I'm right there with you.
I just
Except for
couldn't.
I got scared.
Hold
I
on,
will
buddy.
admit this. I did not play Bioshock because it scared me.
Exactly. I feel like that's a lie. We'll go back to this.
So if I can get 10 thumbs up on this video, he's gonna get torture racked on the next one.
I'll agree to that.
There's one. There's two.
Oh, I'm doomed.
Flapjack. Come on.
But you couldn't you couldn't
Get
get
your friends.
into the original Bioshock.
What's that?
You couldn't get into the original Bioshock.
I couldn't get into those games. They're fun. I was like, I feel like I was doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's like Wolfenstein, but without the guns.
The weird
Did you
the
say they're
weird
making-
guns, yeah.
Is it another Wolfenstein they're making? No, the Wolf Among Us. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Because I do enjoy
I
it.
saw another Wolf.
I'd say I kind of made fun, but I do enjoy Wolfenstein games because they have the guns, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Doom, but with Nazis.
I've never played the Doom game.
honestly, yeah.
What? You have the Game Pass?
Yeah.
You need to play Doom
You need to play
Eternal.
the Doom game.
Oh my lord! You know what? Oh my gosh!
Start with the first Doom you can.
There's
I don't know
so
what's
much
on
fun.
what Doom's on the Game Pass, but start with the
think
first
all
one
of
and
them.
do
Yes.
Doom Eternal.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not-
you
not-
do that.
Well,
I'm
not
going
like
back. I'm
But
picking
not
up games
the
that I missed out.
first one. The first new one.
yeah.
Not the Doom one on the NES, like the SNES. Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that. That's my uncle played it. I remember that was the first game like that I played was with my uncle on his SNES. And it was just, I was like, this is. You had the electric gun? That was dope. You got to shoot the arc blaster? That was sick.
Yeah.
Took forever to get to it, though.
You need to write that down. You need to
Need to
Jot
play
that
Doom.
down.
play Doom.
That's a good boy.
You miss out.
Yes, very well. Good
You
job.
miss out on so much because Doom actually spreads out into a bunch of other.
Have you played Wolfenstein
Games.
also?
Because there are Wolfenstein.
You should play both of
in
these
Doom.
games.
Not that I can
Wolfenstein,
remember.
Wolfenstein is a lot of fun. If you like,
What's Wolfenstein about? Because it sounds familiar.
it's
I
Doom,
don't know
but
if we
it's
just-
legit Doom with Nazis.
Then I played it. I remember the Nazis.
It's legit the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Wolfenstein. I enjoyed
That's right. Am I wrong?
No, you're
Yes.
right.
Instead of being in hell, you're in Germany. Some other
pretty close.
like a U-boat or
During the time frame, yes.
yeah.
That would
I
be
think
helpful.
the newest one, the New Order, you're in America.
Okay.
That one's actually really fun. If you what's that Amazon Prime show?
Man in the High Castle.
Yes. If you've
Or
seen
High Tower.
yes, have you seen that Man in the High
No.
Castle? All right, so if you've watched that, when you watch that, which you should also watch, it's very good.
It is good. Yeah.
So
many things
Yeah,
to
there
write
is.
down.
man, not men, man.
That might be something else.
Man in the castle. A wink.
Oh my god. I think I've seen this video before.
Anywho, salute.
Continue.
Where was I?
The man in the height of the high castle.
So Wolfenstein 2 is very Germany won the Second World War and America is Nazi America. That's the word I'm looking
Yes.
for.
Okay.
And you're still the same person you were. Spoiler for the first one.
Sorry, but
Surprise, surprise, the hero lived.
I'm surprised you're technically the same character throughout all of them.
Who would have thought? It's like Halo or something.
Yeah.
Master Chief lived. What?
Can't kill off your golden boy. Your golden green god.
And it's so you're just kind of walking through America, liberating it,
Okay.
which is pretty good. Like, but it's like 1950s America. So you got your classic diners, the music, and all
Okay,
that.
that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
you
definitely
should
check that out.
definitely check it out. It's on the Game Pass too. So
So many
the
games
first
on Game
one's
Pass.
fun, but the second one I feel like you really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree to that one.
So speaking of like nostalgia games that we've kind of reminisced, are there any nostalgia games that you still play to this day that you go back to and play, or that are being like, continually like remastered, like Pokemon?
I'm actually playing a version of it right now. The Wasteland series.
I've always
I
heard
like that
that's
quite a
good.
bit.
So Wasteland, you brought up Fallout. The original Fallout games were based off of Wasteland 1.
Okay.
Okay.
So the Wasteland series continued and stuck with the same premise through 1, 2, and 3, where it's a top-down squad-based tactical RPG, where now Fallout is your first-person run and gun kind of Skyrim-ish kind of thing.
Yeah. Depends on which one.
And I've gone back to playing. The hell, I played Wasteland 1 this morning, actually.
Oops.
I just got some of the DLC for Wasteland 3, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna start from scratch. And I started playing Wasteland 1.
Nice.
Speaking of DLC, quick sidebar. I saw there's a bunch of DLC for Far Cry 6 coming out, so I'm gonna have to get back into that. We're talking about Joseph.
I did see that.
Ooh.
That would be
Ooh, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
interesting to see how that goes, but also hit or miss depending on.
Yeah, I'm always leery with DLC though. 'Cause
How
it's
are
like,
Far Cry's like DLCs?
Uh,
I mean, I have.
It's like I've played Far Cry Primal now, 5. I haven't played 6 yet.
I had all the
4.
DLC for 5, and you get a bunch of cool guns, and Far Cry 5, the one with Joseph Seed, like that one had a bunch. It had the Vietnam pack or DLC, which was a lot of fun. It had the Mars pack, which was stupid. Did you play that one?
yes.
Dumb.
Yeah, it was.
Platform to platform, jump to this platform. jump to
The
that
idea
platform.
of it was cool, but the platform jumping was kind of.
That's all it was.
Yeah, it was.
And what
miss for
was
me.
there another one I'm forgetting?
They had the explosive guy pack. Can't remember his name.
I think that's the new one with the
No. It was the crazy guy who was always
revolver packs.
in all the other games. He was in 4 and 3, and he just was like your crazy friend that loved to blow shit up.
Oh, I love it, but I don't remember it.
But yeah, no, that was kind of it. And some of their expansions and DLCs were great, but it's kind of weird for 6
Yeah.
because they're taking aspects from previous titles, like, hey, here's so and so. You're gonna play as them during this
Yeah, what
kind of
was it?
same time.
Far Cry
period.
3 or 4, was
It
the first DLC.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, the
And
blonde guy, the pink suit.
no, that was 4.
I saw
That's
it.
story.
The first that you're thinking of Pagan Ming.
Okay.
He's the main protagonist of 4.
I didn't get into it till 5, unfortunately.
You missed out.
I did.
3
I really did.
3 had the best story.
I have it because I bought 5, or was it? Is it the 5 DLC or 6? And it came with 3.
I think it was 5. 5 came with
Yeah.
3, I believe.
And I need to go back and
You
play
need
that.
you need to play 3.
Yeah.
3 had the best.
You're on the jet
story.
ski a lot of the time, going to the island.
A little bit, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But they're going back from taking aspects of that. Say you're this main villain from 4 or 3 or 5, and hey, this is what they're doing at this time. Kind of as a result of what you do in 6, but not really a tie-in. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of confusing, but it's also
what the
kind
other
of
villains are doing during the time of 6.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's
You think they're, like,
also
setting something
kind
up
of
for like the next game, like All the villains.
Man, if they do like Super Friends.
Maybe.
Meanwhile,
At the League of Terror.
right?
Oh, what?
All of them just hanging out.
This is a Resident Evil verse. That's supposed to be coming out with all the villains.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Oh God. But I don't know. I like the idea, but I'm a little scared because you have them, but I don't know. It just seems like kind of a stretch.
Yeah.
But
So talking about nostalgic games, and we're talking about like specific consoles and everything. What's a nostalgic console? Like the console, if you could pick one console from your childhood.
Oh man.
oh God. That's too many fucking consoles.
That's mean.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Why would you ask such a
So
question?
wait, are we talking about?
Should we say before discs?
Actually,
I
that would
guess-
narrow down, yeah.
I guess are we just gonna say are all games? Are we just gonna like would every game I would want to play be playable on that console? Are we talking about controllers you like the most? Games that were
No.
for that console you like the most?
The console that had the best games and like the controller. What if you had to only pick
Oh
one?
man.
Yeah,
Only
let's get mean.
Wanted.
I know.
What is
I'm
general?
just
Shit.
I'm trying to help myself make a
You're
decision.
trying. I'm gonna have to go with like I felt like I spent the most time with
Dreamcast, they're gonna say.
the N64. It probably had like the worst controller because it was so weird. Like
Don't you dare!
it was so
I need
weird,
3 hands to play this.
I
Yeah,
love
we'll
that
do it.
controller.
and it's like I could only I had to like switch my hands. Like
Man, that's an opinion.
See,
Let me guess.
but-
Let me guess. You liked the GameCube controller?
the GameCube. Nah, it was all right. It was
Okay.
better. It was. But like, if I had to choose the console, like I'm still choosing the N64.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, yeah, the controller needed some help, but the fact that like I could get like an attachment and put on the back of the controller, like plug in my Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
plug in Silver and Pokemon Coliseum. That shit.
Yeah, they definitely don't do that anymore.
No,
They have the amiibos, but that's just kind of
those have like I feel like those died.
They did die. They don't exist anymore.
This is an on the spot question.
Yeah, I
right,
just
so
thought of it
that's-
during.
I love it.
For me, it's a toss up
I'm glad I'm
between.
See, I heard I talking.
I can see the hamster killing itself.
Oh,
so I'm
no.
like, I gotta help.
He's
this
having
man
a
out.
seizure.
It's the happiest thing of my life.
My cook is everywhere.
My problem is
Trying to
it's
find out.
between the original Xbox and the Super Nintendo.
Oh, we're bringing in. Okay.
Because for me, it's more the games that they had
You
available.
Wait,
Can't get
Degens. The games that they had available, because I've played. The Super Nintendo had a lot of good ones. They had, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. They had.
Goof Troop.
I've heard Zelda's good.
I don't know about that one, but they've had,
I played that
They've
so
had-
much.
they've had some of the
Max.
some of the actual
Son
good
of a-
Superman games.
Oh.
When I say
It's
actually
unfortunate.
good, it's more of an arcade version of the old school X-Men game, where you pick one of the 4 X-Men
Took a
characters.
good game and gave it a shitty hero.
No, they changed it,
Oh.
so it's
Dick.
good. You should look it up. I don't remember. It's Superman versus Doomsday.
No,
I do
I'm
believe.
good.
They're
You
not.
don't have to play it. Just look at it.
Okay, I'll look at it.
Anyways, so they had that, the X-Men, the old X-Men arcade game, and stuff like that. Mario was in there as well.
Okay.
Or for me, the console I had the most was the original Xbox. Granted, that fucking controller, the old school Duke was a.
The 15-pound
No,
controller.
man, that was great.
Once you got
You got your
used to it,
flashlight and your grenade button right on top for Halo.
Once when you had the flashlight
that's
button.
when you had a flashlight.
That game was great. You got
Like, you
that
play
thing.
games now, it's like, oh, my flashlight's already on. It's like, what? You get automatic flashlight, you spoiled brat?
No, bro.
Yeah.
White button, flashlight, black button, plasma grenade, and regular
That's the
grenade.
select button now.
You also gotta
Yeah.
be careful because that flashlight's got a bar on it.
Yeah, have to recharge.
Not anymore.
Stupid
it's
ass
like-
Halo. Right. Now they got batteries.
I've got the power of the
What?
sun in here.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
I have sun in my hands.
Well, we were.
Uh,
Good success. Got a battery.
so I don't know. It's between the
It is
Super
right.
Nintendo and the original Xbox for me.
You gotta pick one. Which one is it?
I
No,
can't.
the
You got
original.
to.
I can't.
Come
I
on,
remember doing
man.
the disc because now I'm thinking like, yeah, the original Xbox. That's like. That was
See,
good,
if we weren't doing discs or anything like that, the original, the Super Nintendo.
We have to take the game out and blow in it to make it actually
Yeah.
work.
Ah, it's not working. Hold
Every
on.
cartridge game.
Yeah, every cartridge.
Hey, every
I'd
time.
say mine would have to be 64. Just for the nostalgia factor. I mean, I'm a 90s kid.
Yeah.
Like all the games I played as a kid, getting out of school, going home playing all the old WCW, WWE games.
Yeah.
Mario 64, all the Mario parties I played with my siblings. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2 was all right, but man, Pro Skater 1 playing
Pro
the
Skater 1 was so good.
what was it, the factory or the very first area you skate in
Was it a hanger?
in Pro Skater.
I think it was a hanger.
It was like a factory. You held the boxes, and you got the half pipe, and you got this. I played it over and over and over again. But yeah, and Smash Bros. The original Smash Bros. 64, man. Falcon Punch like a mofo.
Open punch.
Yeah. Nowadays,
Straight
Captain
up.
Falcon's a death wish because he's slow as shit.
Yeah. It's like he has to charge it up.
Nah, stop.
Oh, good.
Stop it. Stop is where it's at. Charge your shot and then wait. I mean, so now that we've talked about retro games, what do you think? What like show or movie do you think would make a good video game?
I know we joked about it before, but Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Without Don Cheadle. But
I think it'd be a great Captain Planet.
No.
That story would be
Maybe-
It's behind the scenes.
so bad.
He'd murder all the
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. Yeah.
hardcore extreme edition of Captain Planet. You're polluting the world. You're cutting down these trees.
Or
Let me
Captain
kill
Planet
you.
just Thanos.
You're a tree. Just going around snapping necks and stuff.
Anywho.
Captain Planet, Avatar, The Last Airbender. I'd love to see that as like a good video game.
Now, what kind of game would you have Avatar be though?
I would think like open world style, where you
Okay.
can like.
Like a Red Dead style game? Like how open?
I
You're
think
talking
those
more
like
like
Red Dead, like
Assassin's
Skyrim.
Creed?
No, like. Yeah, I think like Assassin's Creed would be better with like the directed. Kinda
Okay.
how you were talking earlier with the directed. So
Yeah.
like. Yeah, you can
open but a
travel-
directed open.
Yeah, you can travel to the four nations, but at the same time, it's like, hey, you have to start with wind and
Yeah.
go to water, then earth, and then fire. Like, you can go wherever you want, but you need to.
Oh, that
Follow that
Avatar.
path.
Sorry, I was.
You're talking the blue people.
No, nostalgia, not the blue peoples.
Well, you never know.
The
They're
Airbender.
coming out with a game themselves.
They are finally.
Recently.
Why?
I don't know. They've been working on it for 5 years. Just
Probably
let
got
them
longer.
have it.
I'm sure it's terrible.
We'll find out.
But yeah, just having that be like an open world, but directed to where you learn all the elements, but at the same time, you know where to go.
Ryan, what about you?
So mine's based off of a book series called The Land. And honestly, the closest comparison would be something around the Elder Scrolls title, but
Okay.
with extra bits to it, where in The Land, let's say you create your character, right?
So what is the land? Like, give us a
It-
quick
it's-
TLDR. What's it about?
Guy comes from Earth. He
You know what
gets,
that meant? Is that what just happened over there?
gotta write it down. He gets
TLDR. What is
D.
question mark? Question
GD.
mark.
Let me look this up, Tia. Oh, okay. Thank you, Google. Quick TLDR. The Land is about a man being ripped from Earth, placed in this new world.
Okay.
And because humanity no longer has magic, but we are considered.
So it's a world where humanity has magic, or had.
The planet is called the Land.
Okay.
We don't have magic, but because of that, we have chaos in us.
But they know magic does exist. They just lack it.
Nope. The Land does. It's like Earth now.
Okay.
If you take me from here and drop me on like Jupiter,
Okay.
that's kind of the idea. The main character comes from Earth, is pulled from Earth, dropped off in the Land, and then has to survive.
Okay.
Okay.
But the difference being is if it's going to be like a Skyrim based game, but there's base building aspects.
So it's sort of a given that he has like atmosphere and stuff like that to live with.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it's kind of like Astroneer, where you
it's
have
the
to go
Earth.
and.
It's the Earth, but it's not Earth.
Okay, I didn't know if it was kind of like
Yeah.
Astroneer to an extent.
No,
where you have to go
no.
and from your base and
No,
plant flags and what have you. Okay.
no. The Land is a good book series.
I'd
I'd suggest to listen to it, especially if you get to like book 7, because it's like
Oh, there's more than 2. Or
there's 8.
Press that up. It's like, oh, you should really read Dune if you like the movie. Never mind. There's a lot.
No.
Great book series. I love it. But that's my.
I'm gonna move this next time.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. No, I'll
You
forget.
probably will.
He'll forget.
I'll toss it here in about 5 minutes.
So what's your TV show or movie or book series?
I've always really thought that the Batman animated series would make a great video game. I know the Arkham series has done amazing
Mhm.
money. But I feel like if they really just leaned into that animation style and more of like a Telltale version of the game, you know, the Telltale series.
Yeah, so
I feel
more of like
Because
cinematic cuts.
yeah,
rather than-
because that's what's really. I mean, a lot of Batman fans now, myself included, are fans because of the animated series.
True.
And I feel like if they did anything that would relate to that title, that a Telltale series would be best for it, because it is very thematic.
Yeah.
That series is. It always has been. It's very, dark and broody, and
Mhm.
the Arkham series would be what people would want, but it's not what would be best.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, I think a Telltale series would be good because you could get a good story behind it. Mark Hamill could come back as the Joker. You can get
That'd be good.
What's his name?
Don't know.
Tim Burton could even direct it if you wanted to. If you wanted to get him to get in on it.
So more of a cinematic style game.
Yeah, exactly. I think quick choices and that affects what happens later on down the line.
Okay, so like choice and consequence.
Exactly. Yeah. So
you choose this. Turn to page 30.
did you ever watch the movie The Mask of the Phantasm?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So that kind of a movie. Like if they could do that but make a movie like, hey, Bruce Wayne is with this person, he makes this choice, what happens down the line? Does he stay with her? Does he decide to chase her down, or does he decide to let her go and just be Batman? Like that kind of a thing.
Okay.
That would actually be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or and that could even be DLC for the game, the animated series game. Like you could do that. You could do Heart of Ice as a DLC, which is when one of their.
For it?
What's that?
You got titles for it and everything already?
Yeah.
Game developers, hello. Get with this man.
I can help you out.
He actually has good ideas for a change.
When it
Once
comes to
in a blue
Batman,
moon.
I'm your guy. Love that shit. But Heart of Ice has been one of the most highest grossing Batman titles of all time.
Okay.
It's Mr. Freeze or the best, in my opinion, and most people's opinion, Mr. Freeze origin stories.
Yep.
I
I can agree with that one.
Mr. Freeze?
What's that?
No, not Arnold. No, we don't
Chill.
talk about that.
Chill.
And chill.
Yeah. We're not.
No, it's
We don't talk about post Burton Batman movies unless we get to Nolan. That's
I
fine.
was gonna say they almost don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, those latter two. It's fine. But yeah, I really do think that the Batman animated series, and I think you may have brought up earlier the Batman Beyond even.
Yeah.
I know they've done
I
even
love
more.
a Batman Beyond game.
I think everyone would.
One that was a little better than the one that they had. Yeah.
They had
What,
one?
They had one?
Yeah.
Right?
How did we know all of this?
I played it. I owned it.
Oh,
So
we're sorry.
the Batman Beyond game that they had was Batman versus the Joker.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, the
but
shitty animated Joker they had
Yes.
when they switched to like
So
the
it was
black
based
mouth.
It was
all
based
white
off
teeth
of that
now.
Joker. And no, it was based off of the original Joker. He survived.
So I remember the animated series they switched the animation style, and I was just like, oh,
they did,
stop.
but that game was okay. But they did have one. But they could definitely do a lot better
Yeah.
in today's age in
Oh, yeah.
making an amazing Batman Beyond game.
Like being able to just have fucking wings and fly around, boost.
Right.
Like, that'd be
What was
amazing.
it? What was the game when they first introduced the boost? Where Man-Bat first showed up. What was it? Arkham? Was it Arkham City or Arkham Knight?
I think it was.
I think it was City. Yeah,
Something
when
like
that boost
City.
first showed up.
Yeah.
That would scare the shit out of me. You know what I'm talking about? You play that game. You play
Yeah, I played it. Mhm.
when you
I
get
like those Batman.
when you hit that boost and the Man-Bat shows up. Jesus! Fuck! Yeah, do a full Raymond. Quit moving, moving. Bless his heart.
But yeah, a Batman
With your
Beyond
prayers.
game would be a Batman Beyond game would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would play that.
Hell, they could honestly, with playing like Dying Light 2 right now, they could mix it so that it kind of has that aspect of the world. Because there are aspects where it's like, oh, there's a crime in progress over here.
Oh, you
You
can like
can
hear
go-
like the
I think they did that with the
People
last
treat
game. They had
them
the
well.
police scanner
A
really
little
more
bit,
in
yeah.
tuned.
Do
Oh.
that, or something along that
Did you play
line.
the last one?
which was I played
Arkham Knight, I think it
Yeah.
was the last one.
because it's what Arkham Asylum
Well, they
was the
had-
first one,
It's
and then
Asylum,
City.
City,
I stopped at
Origins.
and then Night.
I may have played Origins, but I don't remember. But I didn't play Night.
Yeah.
Okay.
City was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Night.
Origins was
or Asylum and
okay.
City.
Arkham Knight was better than City, but not much.
It was,
But it was better.
it was hit
Yeah.
or miss.
And then the next one hopefully will be way better.
That's probably the longest superhero game that they have. I think it's the Batman game.
That's actually good. Yeah,
It's actually
probably.
good. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. DC has always been really good at no matter what they do. Is their animated stuff has always been
Anything animated that DC touches,
They kill
I'd say
it.
They do
they
amazing.
kill it.
Yeah.
I just wish they could do good with the live action.
Right. It's like
I
they need
would-
to get with the Marvel
Live
to
action.
tell, like,
I
this is
am-
how we do live action.
I-
DC needs to be like, okay, this is how we do animated.
Well, the problem is DC has very brooding characters, but also very. Marvel has always had very upbeat, positive characters. DC's characters
Right.
don't lead
I mean,
well to
Stan
movies.
Lee's idea was to make them all relatable to people.
Yeah.
Like, show the good in the world. Like,
Yeah.
Silver Surfer was supposed to be like the most positive character that he created because he comes to this world.
dude
He is
who
a
worked-
destroyer
dude who
of
worked-
worlds.
Dude who worked for Galactus, who was
Yep.
like a bad guy for a couple
Yeah.
years. Okay,
And like
that was a superhero.
he is like Galactus, eat this world, eat this world. He gets to Earth. This world's too pretty. Like you cannot eat this. And he
So he was
turns
a
on
dick
Galactus.
for a bunch of years, and now he's
Yeah.
a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it was the fact that he saw Earth and like humanity and was like, this cannot be destroyed.
Okay.
The positive from this would be such a loss for the rest of the galaxy or
Yeah,
universe.
Gotcha.
we need to like stop being we need to stop being dicks to each other. Look fucking around and like be like, oh wow, we're actually pretty lucky to have all this. Was the idea behind Silver Surfer. Like each one had its own idea. Like the reason Spidey, like Peter Parker's identity is the only one that doesn't come out and be like, I'm Spider-Man, is because he wanted to be, anyone could be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's why you have Spider-Gwen, you've got Miles Morales, you've got Silk, you've got all these different variations.
You got Nick Cage, Spider-Man Noir. I still think.
Okay, you
Marvel?
have Spider-Man Noir, yes.
Hold on, Marvel, you fucked up. He should have been in there. He should have been in there with everybody else. Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Nicolas Cage.
He was probably off losing his mind somewhere.
Probably.
He's all playing Pig too.
But buying another tiger or something, who knows?
Speaking, hold on. Wait, quick sidebar. Has anyone
Quick sidebar,
seen?
we are so on such a far sidebar right now.
Has anyone seen the movie Pig
No,
on Netflix with Nicolas Cage?
that sounds terrible.
It's so
I know the premise, but I don't think I'll ever watch it.
ridiculous.
I'm scared to watch anything off Netflix
It's this guy, Nicolas Cage, who lives in the woods, trouble hunting pig, who turns out to be this like famous ex-chef from this like New York or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Now I'm interested. Honestly, this had the word chef. I'm interested.
I
now.
watched it. I was like, okay.
It's honestly
Is it just a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
It's
2 hours
just
of
one
what?
sitting.
It's honestly better than the Five Nights at Freddy's adaptation with Nicolas Cage.
That was great. I watched that. I watched it right after. I watched it right after. Willis Wonderland. I watched it right after. That was so.
So his car breaks down and it needs fixing.
Yeah,
the
like
only
this
way to pay,
badass dude who drinks soda all the time.
the only way to pay for it is if he cleans up this old animatronic facility.
It's Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
It's like a Willis Wonderland, but it's Chuck E.
terrifying.
Cheese,
But
but
it's
with the weasel instead of a mouse.
Yeah, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of place.
Terrifying. I'm scared of that game.
And it, like,
Good.
the best thing is like
No, it's not. It's not scary at all.
Oh, okay.
he's not stuck in there with them. They're stuck in there with him.
Yeah. the whole. You watch the trailer. That's what they. That's like the big thing. But it's only when it's on break. It's only when it's not on break. When it's on break, doesn't do shit. Plays this fucking
Pinball.
pinball game. That's all he does. Drink soda, play pinball when it's on break. Because when he's on break, the guy's like, make sure you really do take your break at in the beginning. But he does. For like 10, 15 minutes, he just sits there and plays pinball. When he's off break, cool. Back to killing animatronics.
That's
With a mop and shit. It's great.
Nicolas Cage, I swear to God. What happened to him after Good
I got a
Friday?
part. I'll take it. Wait, I don't care.
That man is in every genre known.
To continue the weird sidebar, has anyone seen Raising Arizona? So Raising Arizona is like one of like the first Nicolas Cage movies. But it's like a Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh boy.
So him and his wife, who is a police officer or a correctional officer, I'm not sure which one she is. I don't think the movie knows which one she is because she's like a police officer.
If it's a Nicolas Cage movie, the movie does not.
No, but she's like a police officer who's also like doing booking,
Okay.
which is not what they do, because that's what the COs do. Anyway,
Yeah.
I would know.
Perfect speed. What's that lockup time?
Anywho. So they steal a child, they kidnap a baby. So there's a man called it's called Raising Arizona, right? And the guy Nathan Arizona, they steal one of his babies, and it's Nathan Jr. And so they're raising Nathan Arizona, so Raising Arizona.
This just sounds
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
No, it's if you like 90s ridiculous movies,
What's a 90s ridiculous movie?
Die Hard.
Yes, then. No one's gonna say no to that.
Because it's ridiculous.
I mean,
Let's not.
it's a ridiculous
No one
Christmas
can
movie.
say
I
it's
was gonna say Trouble in Little China, but all right, yeah, that works too.
yeah,
So yes.
but it's that kind of ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe then.
I mean, you know the kind of movies I like.
Yeah.
So
They're ridiculous.
yeah. Boy, dude. Before we start, you want another one?
No. Also, we've already continued.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down. I didn't know.
You're fine. No, that was a good transition into it, so let's keep going. I know you were talking about Jesus. I know you're talking about remakes and whatnot, and bringing nostalgia back to the present day.
Yeah.
You were talking about King of the Hill and Futurama.
Yes. So they're supposed to be bringing those back. King of the Hill, they're going to be aging. What more or less, what I really hope it's going to be is Bobby Hill in his early 20s. Is what I want to see. I want to see Bobby Hill at the the shitty apartments down the road.
Yeah.
With Hank and Peggy just traveling back around in their
Being
RV.
like his neighbor.
Well, so you guys might know this, but we all know where King of the Hill started was Beavis and Butthead.
Yep. Yeah.
With Tom Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
That was their neighbor. And I just really think, I hope at least, they just lean into that. I want Hank to become that character. I want him to have the RV.
And just be the RV
I want him
person.
with the boat hat, the fishing hat wearing. Just
Okay,
goddamn boys whacking in my trailer. I want him to be that character.
Like a full kind of circle.
Yeah, I want Bobby Jones to be those boys whacking in his trailer.
That honestly,
Joseph Gribble turning into full John Redcorn with Joe Gribble's craziness.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, I just
Now that I would like, but what would they do with Futurama? That's what I'm worried about. Is
because
It
the
ended
last
pretty well. I feel like.
when they brought it back the first time, because this is the second time they're rebooting it.
Yep.
And the first time they did it, I enjoyed the movies, though the miniseries, however you viewed it. Those were okay. But they just didn't have the real feel of the first season. But again, that may just be the nostalgia factor.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that
Definitely.
I think it might be like I saw it first mentality. So were they bad? No, but were they the same? Also, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll watch these. It's like American Dad. American Dad is still airing. They're still making new episodes. Do I watch it? No. Do I like American Dad? Yeah. Like Roy Rogers McFeely, one of the best. One of the best characters ever. Roger is one of the best characters of all time. Him and Bender are two of the best side characters of adult animation.
Bender, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they are on par with greatness, I think, because they are the same character, and they're at this point, Roger is even more extreme sometimes than Bender.
Oh yeah, most certainly.
That's only because Roger's still going.
It's true. Well, Bender, he's back.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
Bite my shiny metal ass. I can't wait.
Thank you, Matt Groening, for your wonderful creation.
Batman, shiny metal. It's gone.
So that kind of plays into the nostalgia factor and certain things. If they try to remake it, because I feel like that's what a lot of this is just being remade or freshened up, remastered.
Yeah.
Is it like tarnished by the nostalgia factor?
I feel like sometimes
Depending on how big the nostalgia factor is?
Yes, it's nice to have a revamped version, but at what point are you just wearing it out?
Yeah. It's like a joke. You got to know when the joke's done. It was a good joke, but you're done. Don't keep pushing it.
Yeah. As well, we're all wrestling fans to a degree. Like Undertaker. He kind of he kept going. A little I hate to say it, but old Mark Calloway should have stopped a couple years earlier than he should have.
Yeah.
He should have
ended undefeated.
Yeah. Not even that, but he he even said in interviews he didn't want to become one of those guys who was said to by the dad in the audience, I saw him when he was good.
Yeah.
And that's where he got
That's
to.
where he got to, yeah.
I mean, him and Goldberg was,
Oof.
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I mean, hopefully this year we can get together for WrestleMania and stream that. If people want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to be there this year. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I know Shane McMahon got fired recently.
Hey. How
Fun
does
fact.
that one work?
Yep. Shane McMahon got fired from WWE. Yeah.
Heard he's airing AEW next week.
But I also saw today, haven't watched the thing yet. He's still employed by WWE, but he also got fired.
Did get fired for one role, but he still has another.
This is my guess.
He's a
might be-
McMahon. So
Actually, that might be.
probably
My
has,
guess is it was a talent contract he got fired from, is my guess.
It was terrible in the Royal Rumble.
Because
so like,
there's-
you're done wrestling.
But yeah, because we got to think in a situation like that, there's a talent contract and there's an executive contract.
Yeah.
Similar to AEW, we have Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. They're all talent, but they're
Yeah.
also executive vice
Executives,
presidents
yeah.
at the same time. So I know I think Tony Khan is restructuring everything a little bit right now.
Mhm.
I think they all might be losing their role as EVPs
Interesting.
and mostly be talent. I think he's kind of trying to take on more ownership of it and make sure it's all great. Because I know as of yesterday, the real Limitless one, Keith Lee,
There you go.
he's with
Debut.
AEW now,
Yes.
which is great.
And then
Bask
in the glory.
in his glory,
Yes.
and
The tag team we didn't know
And-
we needed.
we will not forget about Keith. Don't you forget about Keith.
But the tag team of Mox and CM Punk.
That was amazing. That
was
tag
just-
team match.
And I'm so excited to see Moxley versus Bryan Danielson.
No, well, not.
That'll
Well,
be a
you
good one.
mentioned that. I don't know if you saw last week's Dynamite. Bryan Danielson came out and talked to Mox about imagine what we could do as a team.
Ooh. Now,
And
they
that's-
could tear.
And
Oh.
he didn't, and Mox didn't have anything bad to say. He just stood there and listened and left.
See.
I would love to see. I don't think it'll happen. I really don't. I think it's just, storytelling.
Yeah.
But I think maybe down the line it might happen. I don't think right away. But I do think as a team they would be too, quote unquote, OP
Yeah.
to be a team.
Yeah, too powerful.
With because for this week's Dynamite, I assumed when I was first watching it, it was going to be Sting
Mm-hmm.
instead of Mox. Because it was Darby and Sting and CM Punk on the ramp
Yeah.
when they were first talking. So
Mhm.
when I saw Punk and Sting talking, I was like, oh shit. Because that would have been great. I mean,
Right.
Punk and Mox, that's cool. But,
But I mean, put Sting.
I mean,
Yeah.
come
I
on.
think
Punk
it's
and
another
Sting,
level.
come on. But it was against FTR, who are two of the best tag wrestlers in the world right now.
Yeah. Easy.
Like, they are on par with Horsemen back in the day. They
Mhm.
are.
Because they were from WWE, right? That was
Yes.
Scott Dawson.
Like, they were-
And
Dax
yeah.
Hardwood or something like that.
And the fact that they released some of the releases that WWE makes blows my mind because it's like you have good talent here, like
Yeah.
people who can
Amazing.
I will never
Yeah.
forget when I think I got out of the shower and I saw an update on my phone. I checked it from Google and they got rid of Braun Strowman. I was like, no way they got rid of Braun Strowman, who's 7'2", jacked up, like a Vince McMahon guy.
Yeah.
Who
he loves the big muscly guys.
but then they got released and I was blown away.
I was like, oh, maybe they're doing something different.
And then
No.
And then immediately it was just, what was it? Samoa Joe. Karrion Kross. Samoa Joe. I think I just said that one.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Karrion Kross got released.
Karrion Kross is released. He's a free agent now. Scarlett
Didn't they
Bordeaux.
just pick him up?
Johnny
too?
Gargano.
I think they did last
Yeah,
year.
I think Johnny's just taking time off. I think though with
Johnny is off. I mean, he was released. He was released, obviously.
yeah.
Or didn't re-sign. He wasn't released, but he's about to be a father, so I think he's taking time off, and he's probably going to come back. He has said hasn't picked any place, but he's going to see where the reaction's at. He's going to go there. It's either going to be WWE or AEW. We don't know that. Or they might go to Japan, depending on what Candice LeRae has going on with NXT.
Yeah.
If her contract expires
Before
and
she gets back, yeah.
they'll both get more time on TV if they're in Japan, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like NXT is great. They were great as the Way with India Hartwell and
Well, now Indy's doing her own thing.
what was it?
Austin Theory is
Theory.
main roster taking selfies.
Yeah. Well, there was the potential feud with him and Shane McMahon. That's obviously gone now that Shane McMahon is gone.
Yeah.
Still can't
I'm
get
okay
around
with
that.
it. So
I never liked him anyways.
Oh, come now in the
did
Attitude
you watch
Era-
him like
You watch him
back
go
when he was
through.
good?
Back when he was good, yes.
He
But
came back and kind of overstayed his welcome. To
He
be fair.
did,
Yeah.
yes. It kept going and then was like, it's the exact same. Nothing has changed.
He
Over
came-
no, you can still hit the trash can from across the
He,
room.
he came back about 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were all still at Olive Garden when that happened, and I was like, "This is great." I saw him at SmackDown. I was like, "This is awesome." Saw him.
Yeah.
I was like, "Now it's like you're still here? Go away!"
I also saw
Stop.
that Raw is on Sci-Fi now,
Well, that's only temporary, just because of the Olympics.
just because of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
because the NBC is being an Olympic carrier.
Mhm.
The USA Network is great.
USA Network,
Obviously,
yeah.
one of their major networks, and it's the
Okay.
Olympics.
I didn't know if that
It
was
only
like
happens every 4
I didn't know
years,
if that was a
man.
more permanent thing
Two.
or if
What do yes?
Well, it's winter and summer.
I don't know if that was more of a permanent thing or just temporary. So I saw that, I was like, I didn't heard
Temporary.
anything about it. Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
I was
It's
like,
not
is that
ACW.
permanent? I was like,
yet.
oh, that's a
that's
hit.
that's some Impact shit.
Yeah, that's like, oh, AEW is hurting you more than I thought, or
They're
No,
not-
it's just the Olympics.
well, that's the thing is, AEW will always have the hardcore fans. Well, I mean, which me, you, Ryan, to an extent.
Yep. Yeah, I can agree with that.
We'll watch it because it's gonna be where we're gonna see fun wrestling and
Oh, yeah.
wrestling matches. But your casual fans with kids, WWE made $6 billion last year.
yeah,
Well, they could
like
buy
they're still
and
doing
sell
good.
any company they wanted to. They could buy AEW if they wanted to. Whether or not they would sell, they could make a good enough offer that if they wanted to, they could.
Yeah, I don't think they would though.
I
I
mean,
sure as hell hope they wouldn't.
right?
No, that's where the wrestling is. My
But
kids in the soap operas, WWE. You want wrestling? It's AEW. That's where it's
That's
at.
exactly what I was gonna say.
but with
Soaps are here. the
WWE
good
has
shit's
their
here.
Saudi Arabia deal, which they're poised to make. Another
Do it.
the Saudi Arabia deal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they got Elimination Chamber coming up this month, which
I thought that was interesting that they're choosing that pay-per-view to hold over there, not the crown jewel that they usually do.
yeah,
Yep.
which I think is
was like-
great because it looks like. I mean, obvious politics aside, with Saudi Arabia,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like they are going to keep going forward with 2 a year there.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes. So
I thought it was big that it's because the Elimination Chamber back in the day used to be like one of like the big ones, like.
And
like,
that-
oh wow,
Almost. the
it's
biggest,
going to
yeah.
be. They're going to be full pay-per-views there. I don't think might be one. I think this one's going to be like their Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, like they usually have, is going to be this one.
Okay.
They're, and I think one major pay-per-view there major like action pay-per-view there, and then one special event.
Like Crown Jewel.
It's-
So to
yeah.
say. Okay.
Well, like Super Royal Rumble, that kind of deal. So I think that's what they're gonna lean towards for now. I think the major ones like SummerSlam, I think we really need to start seeing more stuff in England and in Europe. Like, yeah, it would throw times off, but I don't know if.
I mean, SummerSlam.
I don't know
It
if-
lasts so long
Yeah,
that you could find that like the middle ground, and it would start there at like 5 their time, and start for us 1. If
Yeah.
it happens on a Saturday, like that's perfect. 1 to
yeah.
9 our time, and 5 to like midnight theirs. Whatever the 5 to
Sounds
1.
like right.
Something around
That's close enough.
you know times.
I think
But, like,
that would work. I think
Having
they
that
just need to
sweet
do
middle ground.
They need to keep doing it like they've been doing WrestleManias, like you were just saying, but space it out also.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do Mania, like make it a weekend event, but do it like on Saturday and Sunday. Even SummerSlam, if it's your big event, if you're WWE and you have that money, which we all know you do,
Yeah. Yeah.
fucking do it. Like get Wembley for a weekend,
Right.
and because the last time they did Wembley, I think was Bret Hart and Bulldog.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that was like people are still talking about that. Like,
Yeah.
There's what channel I watch on YouTube, Cultaholic,
Mm-hmm.
and they almost always reference that event, and they are the impact it had on that area, and that like that they got that moment in that area. And Britain's always been a big hub for wrestling in general,
Oh yeah.
and I think Europe in general hasn't been featured enough because obviously America is where they're located.
Yeah, that's what
WWE, yeah, right. There's
Yeah, like
Japan.
NXT UK.
Yeah, Japan and America have the two big companies.
Mhm.
Well, 3: AEW, WWE, New Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and England and Europe. But I mean, they have their own companies.
They have like their circuits.
I'm sure there's something over there,
Yeah.
but I don't know about it. And I've been watching wrestling since I was in 5th grade, so that says something.
Yeah.
So I hope for the best.
Yeah. That'd be good to like host something over there.
Yeah.
And give us more of a. That'd be fun, like a whole day event for us,
Yeah.
pretty much, while also giving them their own
Their-
event to have
give them
in person.
a
Yep.
prime time event,
Mm-hmm.
but it gives us an afternoon event, like the
Right.
Super Bowl when it's on the West Coast.
Right. That's exciting. That's the best stuff.
This is great, California shit.
Oh, it's been up till 1 a.m.
It's noon. I'm gonna go home at 6. Sick. How long is the fourth quarter? About 2 hours usually.
Sadly, yeah, you're not wrong. God damn it. Oh.
Yay, American football.
Right. Ugh. Super Bowl this Sunday. I'm excited for it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like easily, if you think about all the Super Bowls that have come before this is easily the one where it's like the two like most likable quarterbacks you have in the field. It's not like Tom Brady where you either love him or you hate him. It's like it's Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
Who doesn't like Matthew Stafford?
I don't know who that is, to be honest with you.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Also a very likable quarterback from like LSU and coming up and bringing the Bengals to what they are now. It's like you don't really have a favorite on who you want to win. You just want to see a good game and like two quarterbacks duel it out for someone to take it home.
So
Hopefully we don't have a deflate gate. You know?
So it sounds like a pretty even game at least going in.
Yeah, it's a pretty like even game. I think
That's
the Rams are favored just because one, the Super Bowl's in LA, plus it's the LA Rams at their home stadium during the Super Bowl, so it's like they're favored, but the Bengals also not far behind them.
Let's see, yeah. I have to work, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to watch a little bit, at least on my phone. But it's nice, at least it's going to be... Because I hate when it's a blowout game.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are no fun.
It's... Like a
24-3. Yeah.
When Manning and
What are
Brady
the
just keep
commercials?
showing up, it's like, cool.
Right, and it's quarterbacks that haven't been in the Super Bowl ever.
Yeah.
These are two first-time quarterbacks. One that is new to the field and one that's been in there for a very long time. And you can now say easily that the Detroit Lions has been holding him back. That he led a team to the Super Bowl. Like, oh, the Lions just suck that bad. Sorry, Lions fans.
You gotta love hearing the Lions are garbage. Am I right, Ryan?
All right. Growing up in Michigan, you love 3 teams. The Lions, the Red Tigers, and the Red Wings.
And the great one! Fuck the Red Wings, the great one!
Best of all of them. Oof. It was the Red Wings, the Tigers, and
Yeah, the Red Wings are gone.
the Lions are down here.
Joke's on you.
Let's get past
Joke's on
that.
you, Libby is gone.
Let's get past that and do something else. For the love of fucking God. So about them Bengals. But yeah, it'll be a good Super Bowl, and two quarterbacks who've never been in the Super Bowl, one new to the field, one a veteran player. It'll be a good game, I think.
I'm excited to watch it, yeah. Well,
Not just the commercials this time.
Right. Well, that was part of it, but
Yeah, they're probably still good, but you even get the game that's good. And the halftime show,
that's
amazing.
yeah.
I am so excited for the halftime show.
Yeah, even I see. We all gotta be that guy about it. It's gonna be so good.
It is. Once again, nostalgia.
It's gonna be so good. That 90s,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
90s boner is gonna hit so hard.
God damn.
What?
No, that's staying in. It's
Why not?
oh Lord, more than that. Well, Jesus Christ. On that note, we've talked about nostalgia a lot on this episode. I think we need to wrap it up before Tom goes any crazier. It's very possible. Oh Lord. Thank you once again for everyone tuning in to episode 4 of the Gaming Pod.
What was that? Going crazy here.
Episode 4
Yeah.
of the Gaming Degenerates podcast. It's hard to say. Shut up.
Is it?
Once again, you can find us all on Twitter or whatever our social medias are. Cap Stormbreaker.
Tom.
I'm Death Guard. Once again, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.
Good night.